Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Donna and today I am doing a full review slash first impressions on my new Sigma eyeshadow brushes. So if you're here for an unboxing of some new makeup purchases and want to see a first impression and tutorial and a review on these new Sigma eye brushes, then keep on watching. All my socials and everything are listed down below in the description box, and don't forget to like this video and to subscribe before you go. And don't forget to check out the timestamps if you're just interested in seeing the actual tutorial and like how I'm using the brushes, or if you want to see the unboxing process. Quick side note, before we continue on, I did want to talk about briefly my reasoning for buying all these new makeup brushes. I have a lot of brushes. I mean, this is just like a small portion of my eyeshadow brushes here, but I do have other eyeshadow brushes that I actually use, and you've seen me use on my channel since the beginning. I've been on YouTube now for almost 3 months, and thank you again for 200 subs. That's like awesome. But there's a more serious issue as to why I have needed to purchase other makeup brushes. And again, like I said, if you've followed me since the beginning, you'll see that I've been continuously using these brushes. These are the Jeffree Star Morphe collab makeup set. I do have obviously the face ones that are in my bathroom. Considering that everything that is going on right now, and even with the past that Jeffree Star has, I should never have bought these. And I can't explain why I did, but I made that choice. And with everything that's coming out right now, I've openly spoken about Morphe and their horrible business practices, and they've dropped Shane Dawson, and because of everything he's done, and Jeffree Star has done almost just as bad stuff, and yet he's still, like, his makeup is still on there, and it's probably because he co-owns it. That's my opinion. That's just allegedly, that's what's going around. Anyways, I do not feel comfortable in using these anymore, and I don't want to use them on camera because I do not support him as a person, and he will never get another dime from me, so that's done. Now, I do still have Morphe brushes. I have like regular Morphe brushes in here, and I also have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill eye brushes as well. I'm on the fence if I am ready to give these up after just using the brushes today. Stay tuned to the end to see my actual final thoughts on that. I'm going to hang on to these, but I'm not purchasing any more Morphe products. Not to say that other brands aren't problematic, but at the same time, there are just too many things going on, and they're standing behind somebody that should not have a platform, and is just not a good person at the end of the day. And I know it's just makeup and it's not that deep and all that stuff, but you know what? It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to people who are in the beauty community. And so I just wanted to make, you know, my small little corner here on YouTube, and just kind of make it known that if you've been watching my videos and you've been seeing me use his stuff, it's not going to be happening anymore. Thus, I had to go buy all this stuff for Sigma. But that being said, Sigma was having a crazy sale. It was like up to 75% off. I got a ton of stuff, and make sure you watch the video or timestamp your way along to wherever you want to go. But it was really good stuff, and I'm really happy with what I got. So that's enough. That was my little disclaimer as to like why I had to buy new brushes. So hopefully these ones will last me a really long time. So here we go. I have the box right here, and we're going to open it together, and we're going to see all the stuff that I got. I got mostly brushes for the eyes because all the Jeffree Star ones that I have there's some for the face, but they're mostly for the eyes. So I turned the camera down just a little bit so you can kind of see along with me. I will pull them up, but they wrapped it, you know, so nicely like this, little Sigma. Shipping was free, but I did have to pay a duty charge, which wasn't that bad considering everything was really on sale. So I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, first thing here we got, I talked about this in my Will I Buy It video, and I did actually end up getting it. So this is the matte, and it comes with a brush. It's a rose gold collection. It's a way to like clean your brushes as well. So there's this matte and a nice kabuki brush here. And I don't have this from Sigma. The one I use is from It Cosmetics. I'm gonna open this up right now. I know I got brushes and cleaning items as well. I always avoid it, but you can't avoid cleaning your brushes. It makes such a difference. Oh, this is so nice. Nice and bronze. All very like bronzy and summery. So that's really cool. Oh, and it's got the little stickies in the back. So it'll stick on your sink and you can actually brush them as you're doing it. So that's great. And then a nice brush here. Yeah, that's nice. Next thing I have here is the Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. Sigma can be kind of tricky to find in Canada, but I have seen it at the Bay. So this is the E35. So this would be nice for kind of like getting, right up here, a little bit more precise blending. And I'm going to use these today. Oh my gosh, I got so many single brushes. Because I have so many to replace. So I was like, I have to do this. I have here the E44 Firm Blender. And this is what this looks like here. It's got quite the point. That's nice. Yeah, that is firm. I do like that. And then I have here the E42 Precision Firm Blender. This is it here. Here we go. This is the E42. This is it compared to the E44. So it's a smaller version. So this is the E36, the blending brush. Let me pull it out because this is that one there. Don't have one like this. I really went all out. I couldn't find a set of theirs that I liked, of the eye sets. They have so many, collab sets that they have on their website, but one had the brush I wanted, but another set had the other two that I wanted. And I went, you know what? These are on sale. And they actually came out to about maybe $8 or $9 each. And for good brushes, I was like, you know what? I don't think you can beat that. This here is the E54. This is the medium sweeper brush. And this one is flat. This is the E33 Detailed Diffused Crease. This is what it looks like here. This is the E33. That's really nice. That's very similar to my Sephora brush. I'm going to pull it out right here. A little bit on the smaller side, but this Sephora one came in a set, and I've had it for, I don't know, 8 years or something ridiculous. And it's fantastic. And I've never been able to find one just as good as this one, but this is kind of in the vicinity. So that would be nice. And this is the E25 blending brush. And this is it here. And a little bit on the flatter side, but still has got that nice point here. Going in. Yeah, that's nice. That is nice and soft. And they're very sturdy. They feel good. They have a nice little bit of weight to them, but they're not heavy. They don't feel flimsy. Next one is the E27 Detail Blending. So you got the E27. It's a smaller version of the other one I just showed you. And the last brush I have here is the E62 Cut Crease Brush. I don't do many cut creases, but it is really beautiful. And, if you're kind of hesitant about doing them, because you see them online and people do some really loud kind of looks, but you don't have to go loud with it. And it actually is really beautiful. I've only done one video where I've done a cut crease, and I've done it maybe like a handful of times, but it's really nice because then when you want to put like a shimmer or something on top, it shows up so much more. So you actually use a little bit of less product. So that's one way to think of it. Here we go. This is the E62, the cut crease brush. It almost looks like a concealer brush kind of, but it has that nice shape to it. So you can actually kind of get in there. If you were going like that, yeah, or like that. And then the last thing here that I got is the Sigma Dry and Shape Tower Face and Eyes. So it is this thing right here. So that when you wash your brushes, it dries them upside down, but at the same time, it makes sure that the bristles of the brush, they retain their shape. We have this, and then maybe we do something like this. Okay, that locked. B, that, and then we need one more person right there. And then you do this. Oh, that was interesting. So here we go. And let me put in a brush. So this is probably for the smaller ones. And you put it in just kind of like that. These guys should retain their shape. So that's how you would do the small one. But if you were going to take a larger one like this, I'm assuming you'd go from like the bottom and kind of pull it through a bit and keep pulling it through and pull it through. And you'd want to put it in there. The whole point is that this part goes over the bristles. So this will retain its shape as it's drying. And then it's holding here, and then you just set it and you walk away. Set it and forget it. And then when you're done, you pull it out and it retains its shape. And the review I watched, it really did do that. So, you know, when you're drying your brushes, I'm like, they're all on a towel and you have to make sure they're on an angle so that the water doesn't go this way. So the water is going this way. It's a whole ordeal when you're washing your brushes, but it is so important. It just helps retain healthy skin, reduces breakouts, all those things. You're going to spend all this money on skincare and do all this work to your skin. And we sometimes forget that this guy right here can be a leading cause as to why there's so much dirt and bacteria on our faces. So I have in front of me, these are all the new brushes that I got. This was a lot, but like I said, I am replacing these ones here, and I do want to see if with these I can get rid of all my Morphe brushes. I only have about 5 or 6 others that I really use, and if you look at my description, I'm always using them because they are decent brushes. So I'm going to use the Tati Beauty palette on my eyes right now, and I'm just going to kind of breeze through it. It's my go-to everyday look when I use this palette, but it will tell me how good these brushes are because I've used this palette so many times with a lot of different brushes that I have. So I will know how these are performing because I know what this palette does. So I will try to use as many of the brushes as I can, but with this look, I'm probably only going into about 3 or 4 colors, nothing really too detailed work, but I'm going to try to aim for about maybe 4 or 5 brushes. Even if I'm just using them, just to use them, I just want to see what it is that they can do.
Reminder to take a little bit better care of yourself. It's worth it. You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
Okay, so I'm back. I just put a little bit of liner and mascara on. Now, regarding the brushes, I used out of, let me see, 3, I got 9 brushes. I used 6. So I went over things like I didn't need to use all 6. I probably could have gotten away with maybe 3 or 4. As you saw through, you know, the real sped up and cut through edited version there. And I went back and I, you know, fixed up like the outer part here. Here are some highlights of what I like about these brushes. So I'm only going to speak to the 6 that I used. The first one I used was this one here, the E35, and what I like about this one, and I'm going to say this about all of them, is that they're dense. So when you put it to your eye, they don't just flatten, and where you put the color is kind of where it stays. But at the same time that it's going on my skin, and I was able to kind of blend, when I wanted to move over here, there was still product in the brush. So I didn't have to dip in so much. So it, you know, you want the product to come off the brush and onto your face, but at the same time, it was nice being able to kind of move that around. So this one here, it doesn't really replace my all over crease brush, okay? Because it is thinner, you can see right there. I would still initially go in with this, but I can see me then going immediately into this and doing more precise. And that's how I was able to get more of this defined kind of V out in the corner. It is sharper than other times I've done it. I will say that much. I did it. I mean, this is a first impression using like real good tools here. And I did it and I didn't actually mean to, but when I saw what was happening, I'm like, okay, let's do a winged out shadow look. That's fine. It's a neutral brown, so it's fine. And it actually is really gorgeous. So that's that one there. And then I went in with, what did I go in with? That's a good question. Not that one. That one I was just playing around with. And then I was just kind of playing around with the darker colors. And so I went in with this one, the Precision Firm Blender E42. And I took the dark brown, I believe it's Ritual in the palette. So I took Ritual and I was able to get really right into the crease there, right? And I have very hooded eyes, so it like disappears. But it is very precise. This one here, even this one right here, this is the blending brush, but it's so small that when I was in here and I was kind of going around, it's wherever you put the color, it's gonna sit there and just blend that area. So I was like, wow, okay, now I feel like so much more possibilities are open now when I go into like a colorful little 9-pan color pop shadows, right? I'll be able to kind of really do more in terms of the colors, the laying on top of one another, and not just kind of, all over color, pack on the outer lid and do the thing. I'll actually be able to do a little bit more precision. So I'm really happy about that. Another really interesting and really good thing that I noticed, this one, the E54 medium sweeper, this guy here, I use this to pick up the shimmer. 100% every time, the Tati Beauty palette, any other shimmer, I'm the first one that goes in with the finger and I just pat it down. But I'm testing out the brushes. So I went in, I dabbed in, and I went into this one here. The Story is a beautiful color and let's use it. And that's the orange that I put here. And it picked up quite a bit of product. I mean, I dabbed it, I was looking at it, I put it on. I'm happy with how it laid down the shimmer. Could it be more intense with the finger? Yeah, probably. And I'm sure if I wet the brush and do all that stuff too. But for just using brushes, I'm really happy with the payoff that I got. And then I just wiped it off here on my leg. And I went on the other side and I went into this one, or the shimmer one here. And that's what I put on in the inner corner. And it did a great job. And I just used this palette yesterday. Used it in conjunction with the Natasha Denona Bronze Collection palette. I'm going to link my review on that right up here. And this palette and that palette goes so well together. I mixed a lot of the neutrals here and the shimmers from that Natasha Denona collection. And it was fantastic. And then I was just playing around with the rest of them. I just kind of went in with this firm one here. This is the detail blending one here. And I was just doing things like just making sure the edges were kind of, clean and kind of a little bit more on the point there, but that they were blending. I was just having fun with this guy here because I'm like, let's just go right in here and try. As of right now, from what I'm seeing, again, I used like 60% of these brushes and I'm really happy with what I was able to achieve. So there we have it. That is my review on my first impressions of my new Sigma purchases. And I'll let you guys know on like Instagram or wherever, probably Instagram or Twitter, how this guy goes when I have to clean all these brushes, probably in a few days, and how I'm liking the Kabuki brush here and how I'm liking the, what am I calling this? Cleaning pad, I guess would be the word for that. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. It really means a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that like button and to subscribe to my channel to see my upcoming videos. If you liked this video, then you should check out the other ones that are popping up on your screen right now. I have a lot of other videos where I give full in-depth reviews and makeup tutorials and a glance into my makeup collection. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everyone!